I'm proud to introduce Smethport resident and prominent citizen, S.G. Southwick. Mr. Southwick.
Sure. Just a modern note before I begin. The speech I'm about to deliver is an attempt to depict a recruiting speech, a speech designed to exhort youth to join the Union Army. And it's the kind of speech, I hope, that was given all over the northern states in 1861. Now, to the modern ear, it will sound somewhat exaggerated and outlandish. The modern ear, but that was the speaking style of the 19th century. Because before modern media, oratory was, in addition to being persuasive and informative, it was also entertainment. Well, the modern ear will also detect a note of irony and poignancy in this. It's well to remember, we're depicting 1861, a unique time. The shocking casualty lists of 1862 were still a year in the future. Even people like Colonel Kane, who had been to war, could not have anticipated the intensity of what was ahead for those both who joined the Army and who waited for them at home. Stalwart sons of McKean County soil, I crave your attention for but a moment, and beg leave to harrow you with appalling images of our country's present peril, but also to regale you with the promise of deliverance which you alone may realize. Oh, the ear of all is welcome. It is to you I plead. Now you may well ask, why do I address you clothed in the antique garb of our exalted Revolutionary War ancestors? I will not, I trust, fail to tender you a good answer, intending both to meet your young and inquiring minds and to relieve you of this concern, so that we may move to weightier matters with all diligent speed. I exercise the honor of appearing thus to express to you the conviction that our country stands in danger equal to that of 1775, and the urgency of your country's needs for your services is as compelling as it was for that of your forefathers. What is the nature of this threat? Our blessed Union, which began as a voluntary association of otherwise isolated colonies in that fabled time, has since, nourished with patriot blood, tilth, and tradition, matured. It is now organic, I do maintain, and thus lives, and to rend it asunder would be like unto cleaving a living body, an act which would assure the death of both halves. Yet this, my friends, is what the insolent rebel, loath to countenance any mitigation of his demonic institution of human slavery, both proposes and has already acted to accomplish. He dares to declare his states excommunicate with the United States, an act for which he has no legal authority, and has made actual war upon the American people some 2 weeks ago at our Fort Sumter. This cannot be. Our Union is perpetual. From several and sovereign states, it has become one people. The incomparably eloquent Webster expressed it in terms far beyond my capability when he proclaimed liberty and union, now and forever, one and inseparable. For we who remain true, this principle is not to be assailed. Accordingly, we stand ready to repel any assault directed against it. You must be in the vanguard of this momentous crusade. Oh, you must. What's to do? President Lincoln asserts our national will justly and constitutionally in his stirring call for 75,000 volunteers for an army to preserve the indispensable unity of our people. Recall, my fellow citizens, no army that immense has ever taken the field in America. The incomparable Washington never commanded such a host, but you, if you will, may be one of that much to be exalted brethren to which swift victory cannot be but assured. To you, were mighty youth of McKean County goes the dreaded call and the inescapable duty. Yet remember also Shakespeare's tribute to the plumed troop and the big wars, the neighing steed, the spirit-stirring drum, the ear-piercing fife, and all quality, pride, and pomp and circumstance of glorious war. And know that high adventure lies in store for those willing to risk all. It is not, despite this, lightly that I exhort you to abandon the plow, the axe, the hammer, the homestead, to take up the military rifle, the bayonet, the tent, and the regimental colors, yet contemplate the prospect of your very selves, marching to the triumphant tread of a citizen's army in fine blue uniform, which cannot but inspire the honorable esteem of young ladies, to a sacred task. And if you fall gallantly in battle, know you will have reserved yourself a place in the pantheon of America's warriors, where for eternity you will stand comrade with the steadfast Greene, John Paul Jones, the immortal Washington, and our own venerable commanding General Scott. Come forward then, young American men, all resident in these verdant hills, and enlist. Our Union, hallowed by more than 80 years of bountiful existence, stands to be destroyed if it dissolves. Know that for us and ours there is promised no more than the welter of strife, all too familiar to students of Europe's ever contentious kingdoms. And this I say in conclusion and in full expectation of your dutiful response. Come forward with measured step, but with a joyful heart, knowing that what you do is right, unquestionably right. Your generation's moment has arrived. Your destiny is defined. Thank you.